The conditions on the ground there are probably, as I had thought, the worst case scenario might be. Poor sanitary facilities, very little access to running water, very little access to any form of medical care or treatment. People living in small two-man dome tents, which are really only suitable for a festival in the middle of the summer. The side of the camp that really surprised me was the humanity of the people that are there. There's something not quite right about somebody who really has nothing making you tea while you're in the camp. There are 6,000 people in the jungle, and probably less than 10% of them have adequate accommodation. The rest of the people are in serious, dire problems. The charity, who we had been in contact with before we went out, have a large warehouse there. So first thing on Saturday morning, we went to the warehouse and left off all the aid we had brought. Next day on the Sunday, first thing we loaded up to go into the jungle again. We loaded with 2 of the prefabricated shelters. Whenever we went into the jungle, it was only then we realised that there had been another big fire during the night. Somewhere over 200 people had lost their shelter. And I think there were a few people taken to hospital as a result of that as well. On Sunday afternoon, we then went to what was a self-build project. And this self-build we went to was one that had been started, but it had went wrong a wee bit along the way. So because it was for a guy who was blind, the charity had asked that we try and give a hand to try and get it back on track and do something with it. We were very lucky with the generosity of people from the very outset. We were very lucky with people who donated money, people who donated aid, and everything for us. Everything fell into place. If you know anybody that has a bit of spare time on their hands, they're practical. They don't even have to be that practical. Something as simple as going through the camp and gathering up litter and gathering up rubbish that's laying about makes a massive difference to the feel of the camp. But right at the minute, they really, really need joiners, handymen, that sort of ilk of people. People who are flexible and have enough savvy to go in and get on with the job and get it done. In an ideal world, it would be lovely to go back for a longer period of time, maybe a week, to have maybe a week or so out there. That at least now we know how the system works, and you could really and truly hit the ground running.